Now, I know you've probably been paying attention to Jon Jones has been powerlifting.
Oh yeah.
He's like taking it very serious now, and he just deadlifted 600 pounds on Monday and put it up on Instagram. But Daniel was saying that all this extra bulk is not good. He's like, this is probably good for me that he's doing this.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you look back to the first time with Daniel Cormier and Jon Jones fight, he goes, fuck, I didn't realize how heavy he was when I had to carry him around. And I think the second time they fight, he's going to have to carry that weight around because Jon Jones is longer. I would say Jon Jones is maybe faster. I mean, they're both still fast, but I think Jon Jones is going to have the upper hand in the striker realm. So Daniel Cormier's going to have to carry all that extra weight around. And that's a beautiful thing is that Jon Jones, yes, he's put on weight. He's not, you know, big Jon Jones. He's athletic. He's taking his time off more seriously than instead of doing his partying days. So in retrospect, when he gets into camp, he's already way ahead of the curve than he was when he fought DC the first time. So if anything, I think it's worse for DC that Jon Jones is lifting now because he's not out partying and getting fat.
Right. Well, it's pretty incredible that he had coke in his system 3 weeks before, and he still beat Cormier. Like, what the fuck, man?
And that just
He's
shows
so
you
talented.
Yeah, that just shows you how talented he is, and that, I mean, it's fighting. I mean, he's able to adapt when he fights. He's able to adapt. Like, even after watching that fight, when I watched DC and Cormier when they fought, I felt like Jon Jones, and I've always felt like this way with Jon Jones. Like when he fought Rampage. Even when he fought Lyoto Machida, I feel like he goes out there, he takes it all in, see what his opponent wants to do, does a knee tap and all that stuff where he kicks people in the kneecap. But I feel that there's a point where he turns around and goes, okay, I'm gonna fucking finish you now. Like when he broke his foot, dislocated his toe against Chael, I felt like you saw a different, fighter to where it's like if a wolf, had its prey and it's playing with them, then he was like, okay, I'm going to tear your throat out. That's why I felt like when Jon Jones and DC fight, I felt like Jon Jones just he did it enough to win, but I felt like he wasn't like, I'm going to fucking destroy you now. Like, I'm going to put you on your back, I'm going to take your back and submit you. And I feel like next time you see Jon Jones fight DC, I think you're going to see that.
Well, the Chael Sonnen fight, he wanted to prove a point. Like, you talk so much shit, and you're not in my league, so I'm just going to go out and fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he went out and fucked him up with his own game. I mean, he took Chael down, just beat his ass from there. What's really crazy about that fight is that Jon didn't know that he had dislocated his toe until I was talking to him in the post-fight interview. He looked down and saw his toe and went, oh my God. And then he kind of went into shock. But what was going through my head was like, what would have happened if Chael made it out of that round?
Yeah.
If Chael made it out of that round, Jon might not have been able to continue.
Yeah.
I mean, the doctors might have stopped it. His foot was turned upside down where the bottom of his big toe was looking up. I mean, it was fucked up. It's amazing that it healed up so quickly. But if Chael had lasted somehow or another through that first round, he would have won the title.
Yeah, he would have like, oh, well, default by Chael Sonnen. You are talking to the best fighter. How does it feel, Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan, I'm looking at your pants right now, and I think you are excited, my friend. Are you? That's exactly what he would have said.
Yeah, he probably would have like speeches planned. I mean, he's hilarious. He's the second best shit talker of all time.
Yes.
I always said he was the best until Conor came around. He was the best. He was the best. But like all things, there comes an end, and the new ones come along.